Happy holidays. My name is Tari from Closeness, and today's racy subject is male deprioritization. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm always talking about how men can be better, ways we can be better lovers to our female partners, how we can more easily read women, and of course, how we can pleasure them beyond their wildest dreams. However, today we're talking about how women deprioritize their men in relationships. I'll give you an example in the short term so you know where we're going with this. A man calls you and asks you out on a date. Maybe it's to grab a bite or hang out with some friends or do something fun. Many women, even if they're very interested in the man, will put him on what I would call the bottom of the totem pole. What does that mean? It's rare for anyone these days to have nothing to do. You're just sitting around scrolling on your phone and you could just hop in the car and go. I understand that. But what many women will do, even if they have interest, is they will get every single other thing done first. Oh, I know I said I'd meet you at 1 o'clock and this was pretty time sensitive, but my mom called and we all wound up having a conversation. Or my roommate called or my best friend called and I had to help. And for whatever reason, women seem to put any single thing in their social life first as top priority before giving attention to a man. And men are supposed to just understand, go along with it, be okay with it. How often and how frequently do you need a few extra minutes, another half hour, another 45 minutes because you're still getting ready or you're still on the phone and it never once occurs to you to say, hey, I have a priority or I have a man who I'm meeting or I'm going to see my partner or my husband or someone's waiting for me. I've got to go and get off the call. So many women, because they want to be pleasing to all and passive to all, but in doing so, mess up the very relationship that they should probably be prioritizing the most. But they don't say that to a girlfriend who needs them or just happen to call. And what this does is it makes every single one of your interactions more important than your current partner. And I'm not here to say what is and what is not more important for you, but you know, as a woman, when you like someone, I mean, just pick your celebrity crush or the guy who got away or the one who you really wish you were with, and think about how if he so much as breathes in your direction, instant availability. These things happen whether you're not in a relationship, whether you're just starting to date someone, or whether you've been married for 50 years. What I think happens is the longer that you're married, the longer that you're together, is the man gets less and less and less and less and less priority. So he gets quiet, resentful, just wants sex, gives up on trying to connect with you, trying to make plans with you, because he always gets put on the back burner. I would like you to notice how many times in a day that you do this, how many times in an hour that you do this, where a man may ask something of you, want to do something with you, and these requests aren't like laborious. They're easy asks. They're fun things. They're asking out on a date. They're wanting to connect with you. But watch yourself as you go down every single line. Oh, I got to get my nails done. I've been wanting to shower and do my hair. My place is a mess. I've been wanting to clean up. I'm doing a self-care ritual right now. I'm winding down before bed. I'm in the middle of reading something. Oh, I'm with my girlfriends. Now, the seedy one especially is this, I'm with my girlfriends. Is everyone allowed to spend time with their girlfriends and boyfriends? Am I allowed to say, hey, babe, I'm with my boyfriends. I'll talk to you later? Of course. But the thing that I don't think women give much thought to is how long of a time that can stretch out to. Let's say you're having brunch with your girlfriends and you told your man or boyfriend or husband that you'd be doing that and you're going to go to brunch for like 3 hours. That's a lot of talking and eating. So he's thinking you'll be home or you'll be in touch around 3. He sends a text message, how's brunch? Hope everything's amazing. No answer around 3 o'clock. He sends another message, hey babe, everything okay? Around 4 o'clock. No answer, no response. Someone in your group is maybe drunk. Someone in your group is having too much fun. Maybe that's you. Maybe the plans change. You decide to go do something else and the communication just falls off the rails. All of that lack of communication are forms of disrespect for men. It's dismissing and ignoring your man without giving him the courtesy of letting him know what's going on. Now, most women in relationship want to feel protected by a man, and a man can't always protect you if he's not always with you, We have free will. You can do whatever you want. So if you're going out with friends to a club, to a bar, to a restaurant, to an event, to something with girlfriends, with your gay best friend or your male best friend or whatever it is you have going on, and he's not with you, there's no way for him to protect you or keep you safe. There's no way for him to make sure that you're safe. And if you're constantly taking this as controlling, checking up on me, keeping tabs on me when he just wants to make sure that everything is okay, it's going to create a problem where you're butting heads. Because you can't have someone both protect you and look after you at the same time while simultaneously being completely indifferent to whatever it is that you may want to get yourself into. Now, where male deprioritization is really felt is in long-term committed relationships. And ask almost any married man, most will tell you that they know that there's this sort of pecking order. Generally speaking, the wife comes first, all of her needs, then it's all of the children's needs, then it's extended family's needs or the pets, sometimes those two are switched, and then there's the man at the bottom who may get scraps of attention. And what this looks like day to day when a man wants to have sex with his wife, connect with his wife, have some intimate time together, look in each other's eyes, be together is, well, my girlfriend needed me, and then I had to work, and then I had this deadline, then I had to get my nails done, then I was late, then I was feeling stressed, then I was upset, then I had to get the kids to bed, then I had to make dinner, then we all had to clean up, then I'm just feeling unwound and overwhelmed and stressed. And then at the very end of the night, there's this little tiny window of time where she's got her mask on and sleep routine and all of the bedtime BS that needs to happen for her to feel like she can finally just sit down and relax, and the 65 things going on in her head. And the proverbial hand comes over to touch or connect, and it's like, oh gosh, I'm so tired. Can't you see how tired I am? Do you see all the things I did today? All the things that I imposed upon myself to do. I had to run around and empty trashes and do all these things. You might even be a husband who helps her do all these things, and you do cook or you do clean or you do some of the laundry. But she had all this stuff. And now she's frustrated at you, the man, for wanting a little bit of affection and connection. At the end of the night, when she's given everything else her priority, and now you'd like to be prioritized just a little bit, and you're irritating her, you're frustrating her, you're annoying her because you have this much need at a time when she's done all of this during the day. Well, what about the morning? Oh, she doesn't like the mornings, or she likes to sleep in. Oh, she doesn't like morning sex. Oh, she has to get up and tend to things in the morning. Oh, her mind is racing. Whatever the case, it's like sometimes men will get put lower and lower and lower on the totem pole. How can anyone expect to have a healthy, committed, loving, monogamous relationship when the man is getting a sliver or a slice? By the way, men do this too. You know who the men are who do this? The ones who play hours and hours and hours of video games, the ones who are in the military, the ones whose job and career is so demanding and so all-encompassing that they hardly have time for their female partner. And she gets very, very sad and frustrated and feels unattractive, deprioritized, like she doesn't mean anything. But this is far, far, far more common with women. Again, ladies, a wonderful social experiment for you would be to spend the next week just looking at how many times per hour, if you're in touch with your man that frequently, that you deprioritize him. And I have to say, all relationships are a little bit different. There might be some women who are on such the extreme end of giving him your total undivided attention, and it goes nowhere because he's also in this role, and I get that. And then if you want to go a layer deeper, notice how little eye contact you might offer your man. Do you shout at him from the other room? Is he over there and you're just like, babe, are you da 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 da? And he's like yelling back at you. And do you get caught up only on shows or too much Netflix or too much TV, and that's the only time you have to connect? And then I also would like you to think about, what does your man require from you? What does he demand from you or need from you or expect from you? Does he want manual labor? Has he verbally said, I expect you to do dishes, wash laundry, take care of the kids while I do nothing and sit at home on the couch? Probably not, unless he's extremely wealthy and you're more than happy to be in that situation. but probably not. Has he told you that if you don't do this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, the relationship is not going to work? Has he told you that he needs you to go here or pick up this or make this happen, and these requests are just coming out of him all the time? Or do you have so many needs that you can't see past yourself in some cases? How often is he listening to you versus you're listening to him? And like so many problems that arise in sexual and intimate relationships, what is the answer? Usually doing the opposite. Well, how can you prioritize him a little bit more? Here's another seedy one. Are the only questions that you ask him dealing with physical location? Where are you? What are you doing? I thought you said you'd be home by now. That's not what you told me. Or outside of how was your day? Because, I mean, come on, 100 years of people asking how was your day. Is that what we really want to hear from our partner? How often do you ask your man questions that really make him feel seen or loved? What do you notice about him? What do you love about him? What makes you happy when you think about him? You know, I had an experience from a family member, a male family member the other day, where he just noticed that I had on a pair of taupe sweatpants, where he said, "Oh, it's unusual to see you wearing brown." And I felt so seen, because that may very well be the only piece of almost brown clothing that I own outside of a pair of underwear. How can you make your man shine in that way? I felt so good from hearing that for a good 20 minutes. It was like, wow, this guy paid attention. He sees me. Women love when men do this. Love to be paid attention to, or for men to notice the small things. What little shifts do you notice in him? One final tip. How often are you interrupting your man when he's speaking because you think he's too dumb? You think you can finish a sentence. You think you know better. You think you know what he's going to say. You have something to say. You need to get something out. Again, this is not like, oh, try to notice how many times in a month you interrupt your husband or boyfriend or partner, or how many times in a week. Notice how many times you do it in a day, in an hour, and for some of you women, even per minute. He starts speaking, you're already interrupting. Speaking, interrupting, speaking, interrupting. Again, yes, it goes both ways. I do understand that. But take a look. You can try counting to 20, 30, or 40 before jumping in. You can try giving space and just breathing. You can try truly listening. Let him find his thoughts. Men are not any dumber. It just takes men a little longer to feel safe because we don't know if you're going to use what you say against us at a later date. Sometimes it takes men upwards of 15 to 20 seconds to formulate a thought properly. And if you're interrupting, and your mind's all over the place, popping, and you're taking the attention here and there, you're pulling him off his masculine center. How can he find a way to actually talk and speak and express what's going on? Even myself, and I feel pretty darn gifted at being able to stay focused and hit a subject and express my feelings and let out what's on my heart and be vulnerable and all the things. If a woman asks me a question and then she has a reaction to it, or questions it, or negates it, or tells me it's not what she thinks is right, or I'm doing something wrong, immediately I'm on, well, I can't believe she's talking to me like this. Why is she talking like, and now I'm on 6 different subjects, and now we're going here, and I can't even get the answer out. So communication is hard for all of us. No one is perfect. Men aren't great at it either. I know as women you feel like you're the better communicator of the two, but there are so many things that you do on a daily basis that might be emasculating or deprioritizing your man, or silencing him and not giving him the chance to talk. Try bringing awareness to some of these things in your life, and I think you're going to see a huge difference on how you feel and how he feels, and the love and care that he shows towards you. If you've enjoyed this short talk, please subscribe to my Closeness YouTube channel. You can also listen to the podcast, available everywhere podcasts can be found, or you can visit closeness.com to book a strategy call for you and your partner, or just yourself. See you soon.